Welcome to the California View. This is the first video for the channel, and what I wanted it to be is simply an overview of the counties of the state. Most of what I'll be doing on this channel is talking about issues and commentary type things, but I think a lot of people have lived their entire lives in California and aren't familiar with many of the other parts of the state from which they live. So this video is going to be me simply going over the 58 counties of the state. Okay, so this is a map showing the 58 counties of the state. Right away, you might notice that many of the ones in Southern California and the far north are much larger, but a lot of the counties in this part of the state are much smaller. And there were plenty of indigenous and Hispanic settlements in the state at the time. It wasn't a state, but it was when many Anglo settlers came in the mid-19th century during the gold rush. You think of the 49ers, they came largely to this part of the state where there's a lot of gold in the Sierra Nevada foothills here. So when the state became a state, they didn't want any one county to have too much of the gold. So that's why many of the counties here are small, and other parts of the state, the counties are much larger. But anyway, I'm going to just go over the counties one at a time and just talk just very briefly about them, starting with up in the northwest corner. This is Del Norte County. It looks like Del Norte, but it's pronounced Del Norte. Has about 27,000 people, and the biggest town is Crescent City. Also along the Oregon border is Siskiyou County with about 43,000 people, and this is where Eureka and Weed are. And the northeastern corner of the state is Modoc County with about 8,000 people, and the largest town is Alturas. And coming south of here is Lassen County. There's about 29,000 people here. This is where Susanville is, the large prison. And coming down to Plumas County, also mountainous area, this has about 19,000 people, with Quincy being the largest town. And then Sierra County, as you might imagine, is in the Sierra Nevada, and it's the second least populous county in the state. There's only about 3,000 people there. Downeyville is the largest town. So now I'm going to skip up to this part of the state here where I'm circling is the Sacramento Valley. It's the northern third of the Central Valley. Shasta County here is the northernmost county of the Sacramento Valley, and there are about 180,000 people there, with Redding being the largest city. This is Tehama County here, with a population of about 65,000, and Red Bluff is the largest town. Butte County has about 207,000 people. This is Chico and Oroville, and unfortunately this is also where Paradise is, and that's a town that was largely burned in a huge wildfire. Glenn County here has about 28,000 people, with the largest town being Willows. Colusa County has about 21,000, with the largest town being Colusa. Coming down here into Sutter County, hard to find it here. Sutter County has about 100,000 people, and Yuba County here has about 84,000. So both of these are basically kind of a micro metro area right here, about an hour north of Sacramento. It's been growing quite a bit. Coming down here, you have Yolo County, which has about 222,000. This is Davis and Woodland and West Sacramento, because the Sacramento River is the border between these two counties, and this is Sacramento County. About 1.6 million people here, with Sacramento being the largest city with well over 500,000. And it is worth noting that Sutter County is where Yuba City is, and Yuba City is actually in Yuba City is in Sutter County, and Marysville is the seat for Yuba County. No, but I wanted to do these counties in the mountains differently than the ones up here, because these are more highly populated, almost exurban to Sacramento. So Nevada County has about 102,000 people, and this is where Nevada City and Grass Valley are. Placer County has about 418,000. It's largely Sacramento suburbs in this part of the county. You have towns like Auburn, but it goes all the way to Lake Tahoe here, and also you have El Dorado County, which has about 192,000. This is where South Lake Tahoe is, and this is also largely Sacramento suburbs. And Placerville, which is not in Placer County, Placerville is in El Dorado County. Okay, and you come down to these counties here. These are more high Sierra, so not many people that live there. Amador County here has about 41,000, with the largest town being Jackson. Calaveras has about 46,000, and this is where the town of San Andreas is. So if you play GTA, there actually is a San Andreas, but it's a small town. Tuolumne County here has 54,000 people, and the largest city is Sonoma. Coming down to Mariposa County only has about 17,000, and the largest town is the town of Mariposa. And right around here, where Tuolumne, Mariposa, and Madera counties come together, is Yosemite National Park. And then Madera County here is mainly in the, or largely in the San Joaquin Valley, but a lot of it's up in the mountains. Madera County as a whole has 120,000 people, with the town of Madera being the largest. So that that takes us into the San Joaquin Valley, which is the southern half of the Sacramento Valley. So I'm going to go to the next map over here. You can see the Sacramento River, Sacramento Valley, San Joaquin River, San Joaquin Valley, and the two combined is the Central Valley. So anyway, coming down into the San Joaquin Valley, San Joaquin County here has about 793,000 people. This is Stockton, Manteca, Lodi, Tracy. So a lot of folks moving here because it's just much cheaper than the Bay Area. Stanislaus County, 551,000 people. This is where Modesto and Turlock are. Coming down into the valley more, Merced County has about 290,000 people. This is where the city of Merced is, as well as Los Banos and Atwater. This huge county here is Fresno, which has over 1 million people. The city of Fresno has over 500,000. The eastern third of the county is Kings Canyon National Park. And coming down here to Kings County, this has about 150,000 people, the largest towns here being Hanford and Lemoore. Tulare County is where I'm from. The eastern half of the county is High Sierra, Sequoia National Park. Mount Whitney, the western slope, is in Tulare County. The county has 477,000 people, with Visalia, Tulare, and Porterville being the largest cities. And this big county here at the south end of the San Joaquin Valley is Kern County, has about 916,000 people, with the largest city being Bakersfield. So that's the end of the San Joaquin Valley right there. Now I'm going to go back up to the coast. Way up here, Humboldt County has about 135,000 people, and that's where Eureka and Arcata are, the two main towns. Cal Poly Humboldt is up here. Trinity County is one of the two I have not even been to, because with Highway 101 goes like this, I-5 goes like this. You never go through Trinity. So Trinity County has about 15,000 people. It's almost entirely wilderness, and the town of Weaverville is the biggest town. Mendocino County here has about 90,000 people. This is where Ukiah and Fort Bragg are. Lake County here has about 68,000 people. The big lake there is Clear Lake, and the town of Clear Lake and Lakeport are the two biggest towns. Sonoma County has about 482,000 people, with Santa Rosa being the largest town here. And Sonoma County, along with Napa County, is wine country. So Napa County has about 134,000 people, and this is also where the town of Napa is. And I'll zoom in when you get to some of these smaller counties in the Bay Area. So we come over here into Solano County. This has about 448,000 people. This is Vallejo, Fairfield, Vacaville, Travis Air Force Base. Coming over here on the coast is Marin County. I believe this is the wealthiest county in the state, and as expensive as the whole coast is, this one's even more expensive. About 256,000 people here, with San Rafael being the largest town. This is just north of the Golden Gate Bridge. And you come down to San Francisco itself, you can see it's just this little part. The city of San Francisco is its own county. Right now there's about 800,000 people, but the population well known to be declining right now. San Mateo County has about 729,000 people. This is where Daly City and the town of San Mateo and SFO Airport are. Coming over to Contra Costa County, Coco County, has about 1.1 million people. This is largely Bay Area suburbs, with Walnut Creek, Concord, Richmond, Antioch being in this county. Alameda, when most people think of the East Bay, this is the county you normally think of, has about 1.6 million people. This is Oakland, Berkeley, Hayward, but also goes out into the east part of the county where Livermore is. Coming down into Santa Clara County, about 1.9 million people. This is quote-unquote Silicon Valley, with San Jose having over 1 million people itself, being the largest town. And then when you come down here to San Benito County, this only has about 68,000 people. I'm not sure why it has so few. Hollister is here, but it's pretty close to the Bay Area and some of the exurbs as well. Santa Cruz County has about 264,000 right along the coast here. Santa Cruz and Watsonville being the biggest cities. Monterey County is one where I got to live for 3 years. Really nice. 432,000 people. The Monterey Peninsula here, Monterey, Carmel, Pebble Beach is this area, and Salinas is the biggest city in the county. I'll back up a little bit. Coming down here, you have San Luis Obispo County, about 282,000 people. This is the town of San Luis Obispo, but also Paso Robles, Atascadero, and Pismo Beach. Santa Barbara County here. Now you're in the Southern California, south-facing beaches, much sunnier, much warmer during the summertime. The county has 443,000 people. Largest towns are Santa Barbara and Santa Maria. Let me scoot a little bit more here. Ventura County has about 832,000. This is the western end of the LA metro area. So Ventura, Oxnard, Thousand Oaks, Simi Valley, the west end of the suburban commute for LA. LA County is the most populous county in the entire country. There are over 9 million people. There are about 9.7 million actually. And despite the number of people, most of them, like the vast majority, are in the southern third of the county, as the middle part is mostly mountains, and the northern part is where you have the Antelope Valley, Lancaster, and Palmdale, which is strangely enough in LA County, not Kern County. Coming here is to Orange County, 3.2 million people. It's almost entirely suburbs to LA. Anaheim, Santa Ana, Huntington Beach, Newport Beach, Disneyland, all that stuff is Orange County. San Diego County has about 3.2 million people. This is where the city of San Diego is, but also Oceanside, Escondido. And the city of San Diego isn't right on the Mexican border. It's more up here a little bit. But a lot of high mountains here. Once you get east of those mountains, you get into Imperial County, has about 180,000. This is just all desert, very dry, low desert, Sonora Desert. This is the Salton Sea. El Centro, Calexico, Brawley are some of the towns here, Colorado River. And you come up to Riverside County. This has 2.4 million people. Most of that's in the western third, LA suburbs like Riverside, Moreno Valley, or Corona. But a lot of folks moving to Banning and Beaumont around here. And you have Palm Springs and the Coachella Valley here with Indio, and Blythe here along the Arizona border. And then San Bernardino County is the largest county in the country in terms of area, about 2.2 million people, but almost all of them are here in the southwestern corner of the county, LA suburbs such as San Bernardino and Rancho Cucamonga. Barstow is out here, but most of this county is just empty Mojave Desert, so a huge bunch of just empty desert out here. Coming up here is the east side of the Sierra, the US 395 corridor, very dry. Sierra is here, so you're on the east side of it. Inyo County has about 18,000 people. This is Bishop, Lone Pine, Big Pine. If you're going to climb Mount Whitney, you're going to start from this side over here. Mono County has about 13,000 people, and this is where Mono Lake, Mammoth Lakes, and June Lake are. You can see Mono Lake right there. And then last, Alpine County here. This has only 1,100 people. It's the least populous county in the state, and as you can imagine, it's high mountains and also just almost entirely wilderness. So just a quick rundown of the 58 counties of the state. You've probably heard some of these words in your entire life, like Lassen or Tehama or San Luis Obispo. Maybe not know where they are. So when I do future videos on this channel, I'm going to just talk about places. You can go back to this channel or this video and do a quick little overview of the counties of the state. So that was my overview of the counties of California. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, because I'll be posting things about California from a more commentary standpoint on this channel, talking about the economy and housing and water stuff. So if you're interested in California only type topics, this is the channel for you. But yeah, this is Kyle, California Dreamin' from 2,000 miles away.